Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have NBA picks for November 5th, 2025. Absolutely love the slate we have today. Five player props, one best bet. So a little bigger show than we've given out in the last few shows. Once again, last show we ended up with a profitable day as Grimes cashed his under, so did Porzingis, and then Desmond Bain got kicked out of the game, threw the ball at somebody, just a foolish play, and he ended up, going under his line that we picked as over. And then Zion Williamson DMP'd. So, overall, 2-1, two wins, one loss. So it was a profitable day. Once again, that's two profitable days in a row. If you cash in on any of those picks, go ahead and hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. No reason to watch the channel every day and not subscribe. It's absolutely free. I'll be giving out NBA, college basketball, college football, and NFL content on a nightly basis. With that also being said, I have been doing great in the NFL. I will have an NFL show tomorrow. That's you don't want to miss that show. Even if you don't bet the NFL, even if you don't watch football that much, I'm telling you, it's a show to watch. We have been absolutely killing it in the NFL, doing some great numbers. Now, to the picks today. People have asked me, why do I bet unders? Statistically, unders hit more often than overs, and there's so many reasons why under can hit: blowouts, injuries, ejections. Now we see. Um, just lack of performance. Anyone who's ever done anything, it's a lot easier to underperform than overperform. And let's be honest, these books have cooked these lines for these guys to overperform the market because they know most people want to bet overs. Most people love to bet overs. They want something to cheer for. So they're going to always cook the number over to the over. Let's go ahead and get to our stats. Creeping up the ladder. We had like a really bad best bet. Philly was up, I think 20 or 17, somewhere in the third quarter. They ended up losing by two. It was at 1.5. That's a horrible bet, but 100% transparent. We lost by the hook. Then 31 for 32, 49%. So we're doing pretty well. And our player props of late, let's continue that, pushing it up to 58% is our goal. And today, first play, hammer play, Luka Doncic. It's gonna sound crazy, but I am fading Luka Doncic. I know a lot of people would not, want to ever do that, but if ever was gonna happen, is now. PRA season average is 60, which is absolutely ridiculous. PRA projection is 49. He's averaging 41 points per game. I expect some regression in that situation. Not expecting 41 or anywhere near that. And number one reason playing the Spurs, who have the best ranked defense in the NBA, number one defense in the NBA. So can't beat that. That's a bad matchup. Also, the Spurs also play at the slowest pace in the NBA. It's probably the reason why their defense is ranked so high. So not only are they really good defensively, they play at a very slow pace. Now, Luka has been known to play at his own pace anyway, which is usually, slower. So this game is not going to have as many possessions as you see across the league. So very little mistakes can be made when you got a PRA this high. You're talking about in the 50s now, almost you have to be perfect. You also got Wemby, who's going to contest at the basket. Castle, who's a good defender. Number one ranked defense. I think he goes under this 51.5 PRA for Luka Doncic. Next guy is Payton Pritchard of the Celtics. We went with him last show, and I'm going to go back with him again. He's been under in his last four games, and I picked him under in his last game. He ended up with 26. Took 15 shots and hit, four threes and still went under. One of the best games he's had this season. The Wizards are not a great defensive team, but with that being said, the number is, I think, out of his range. He's only hit this line 2 out of 8 games. That's at 25%. So sometimes lines are just out of players' range, like Jackson Dart for the NFL. I've been fading him the last 3 weeks. He's cashed and he's going to continue to cash until they change his line. But similar to Peyton Pritchard, he does just good enough to keep the line the same, but not good enough to clear it. Hopefully he continues Let's go under 27.5 PRA for Payton Pritchard. Next guy is Eamon Thompson. Similar to his brother, he's guarding John Morant. Average 27, PRA projection 28. Not saying John Morant is one of the best players in the NBA. I think he's top 15 at least, top 20, but he has a high ball usage when he's on the court. Amen Thompson is going to draw that assignment, which means he's going to be picking him up almost probably three-fourths court, hounding him up the court. I know how this guy likes to play defense. He's going to possibly get in foul trouble. And also, another thing is just as I mentioned when I was talking about his brother Asur, if you ever played the game and had the charge of guarding the other team's best player, it's a tough thing to do. It's very hard to guard the other team's best player and then also get your stuff together on the offensive end. A lot of things are going to be expected of him defensively, and it just wears on you throughout the game. Also, think about this. Slight regression. He's done really well. He's been over in the last three games, three straight good games. I still don't trust him offensively as much as I should. I think this line is too high. Give me under 30.5 PRA for Amen Thompson. Next guy is Keyonte George of the Jazz. PRA season average is 33, PRA projection 28. Detroit is a top five defense in the NBA. Also expect some regression from Keyonte, who's cleared this line a bunch this season. But as I mentioned earlier, Asur Thompson will draw this assignment. A very good defender, pretty much took John Morant out the game. A low total in today's game at 230. I expect a slower paced game as well. I do understand that you look at, George, he looks like he's really getting off, but he has some other guys that can really put the ball in the basket. Minutes are going to be more equally distributed. It's a 10.5 spread, so they're expecting kind of a blowout. If this game gets to a blowout, he's for sure going under. Go ahead and give me the under 31.5 PRA for Keyonte George. Next, last guy on the board is going to be Cat of the Knicks. PRA season average 36, PRA projection 36. It's not a good matchup for Cat here. A guy that habitually gets in foul trouble. He's going against Julius Randle, a guy who can get him in foul trouble. He'll get to the basket. He'll force Cat to play defense. Also, you got a guy like Rudy Gobert that, played with Cat for a very long time. So he knows his moves, makes it a little bit harder to score. He's only cleared this line 3 out of 7 games. It's going to be a slow-paced game. Let's be honest. You got the Wolves, who are good at guarding three-point line too. And that's where Cat gets a lot of his shots, even though he's a big man. 22nd and 23rd in pace of play. That's where the Knicks and the Wolves kind of like land in. So both of them play at a slower pace. Give me the under 37.5 PRA. I think he tries to do too much. I'm pretty sure he ends up in foul trouble. Give me the under 37.5 for Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, for our best bet, we got the Knicks versus the Wolves. Kind of mentioned this earlier, alluded to this a little bit earlier. Both teams play at a slow pace. The Knicks are a decent defensive team. The Wolves are a decent defensive team. I think both will get better as the season goes on. I don't see high percentage shooting here. I expect a lot of misses, a lot of slower possessions. Give me the under 230.5 for the Knicks versus the Wolves. And now for the quick recap, we got Doncic under 51.5 PRA, hammer play. It may even get up to 52, so you might want to wait till tomorrow. Pritchard under 27.5 PRA, Thompson under 30.5 PRA, George under 31.5 PRA, and then Karl-Anthony Towns under 37.5 PRA. If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Hit the like button. Also leave a comment. I appreciate the comments. They help the algorithm. Some people are just leaving thumbs up. I appreciate that. Some people are giving muscle signs, whatever it is. I appreciate it because it helps the algorithm and that's what we really want to do, help this channel grow. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Don't just watch the show every day and say you're not going to subscribe because it's absolutely free. And then of course hit the like button if you cashed in the last show or you just like the information I'm giving. With all that being said, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.